Thanks for stopping. I can remember growing up and spending a summer with my grandparents in North Carolina in the Appalachian Mountains. And there was this kid that had this, her parents had this horse. Now, I grew up in the mountains, so I kind of knew how to get around the mountains, but I never grew up on a farm and I had never ridden a horse. Obviously, I knew what a horse was, but I'd never ridden one. And this was a big horse. It was one of those Tennessee Walkers. You probably know what they are. It was just a beautiful horse. And I got on the horse and it was bareback, and the kid that lived down the lane said, just get on there and kick him in the side and let him run. No saddle, no bridle, just bareback. I didn't know any better. Well, I learned very quickly to hold on, because that horse took off running at a speed at which I was petrified. I was afraid, because if I fell off, I would be seriously or fatally injured. That horse was running that fast. And I held on, and I just closed my eyes, and I remember thinking, it's over for me. This is not going to turn out well. But at the end of this acreage, the horse stopped, and I quickly dismounted that horse, and I never rode the horse again, not without a saddle. The point is that sometimes as we go through life, people will encourage us to do things, and sometimes we're just not aware of the consequences of the behavior. And we find ourselves, like I did on a horse, out of control. Things are just going wrong around us. And that's the time where you need to hold on to God and pray. And He'll give you wisdom and get you through it. Remember the disciples when they were in the boat with Jesus and the storm came and He was sleeping? What did they do? They woke Him up and asked Him, basically, aren't you concerned that we're going to perish? And Jesus did what? Calm the storm. So as a storm rages, or the horse runs out of control, hold on. You're His child. He'll get you through this. The consequences of the behavior or decision may not be pleasant. But at the end, I learned, and you will too, that sometimes people, when they ask us to do things, and they know that we may not know that what the consequences of that behavior will be, are not looking out for our best interest, necessarily. Or we made a foolish decision, and we suffer the consequences of our behavior. But during that storm, hold on. Trust Him to get you through it, and He will.